What's up, gang? This is the X-Team Featurette channel. I am Chris, and I have a quarterly pickup video for you. So the last video I did was like the end of April, and it is now the middle of July 2022. Picked up some movies. Let's see what we got in Q2, shall we? I think everything in this first batch is from Diabolik DVD. I know that most of it is for sure, but there was one item that we had to wait on because it was a pre-order and then because they had some delay with it, and that would have been this Cursed, which is a Wes Craven film. I have not seen this, so this is one that my husband picked out, werewolf flick with Christina Ricci, which, you know, I guess that's everybody's crush for some reason, and there it is. And I've not seen it, but I haven't seen too many werewolf movies. I don't know if we got this one there or not, but Remote on Blu-ray, remastered from the original 35mm camera negative. How exciting. We watched it and it did actually look very good. My kid is obsessed with this movie. Well, she loves a few of the Full Moon kids movies, namely this and the Pre-Hysteria films. So, you know, she was very excited. She loves Gunther, you know, the little yodeling robot there. So this is really awesome. Like, it's kind of like a Home Alone knockoff. But honestly, like the like, you know, criminals in this are, they give the Wet Bandits a run for their money, I must say. They're fun. And then Son, I don't know why. Not really sure why he picked this up, what it was about this that he wanted it, but this is a German release. So then there's the American Scream, which was released by Vinegar Syndrome via Culture Shock. So there's that. Haven't seen it yet because it's obviously still in its wrapping, but I thought that it sounded absolutely amazing. Then I picked up the volume 3 of the Forgotten Gialli set because I have the first 2, have not seen all of them. I don't even know if I've seen any of them, so maybe I should stop buying these until I watch some. And then finally, Dead Heat, which was released from Vinegar Syndrome with the beautiful slip. It's got some embossed lettering here on the sides, got some panties on the back, and then the badge on the front is shiny. Let me get that glare. Oh, look at that. I saw this movie at Bad Movie Bingo and I absolutely loved it. And whenever I saw that they were releasing it, I got a gripe that it's only on 4K because I don't necessarily need, you know, my 80s flicks on 4K ultra high definition. High definition's good enough for me most of the time, but that was not an option here. But, you know, I had to have it, so here it is. I'm very thankful to own that. I'm gonna rewatch it again soon. Those all came from Diabolik, I believe. Here's something random. Picked this up from Make Flicks Jacko. I haven't seen this, but my husband loves it, and from what I heard, the commentary track on here is absolutely ridiculous, and I have to check that out. Signed by Linnea herself, so, you know, what a heartthrob. But that's what that is like, so. Linnea Quigley, John Carradine. How can you go wrong? I don't think you can. Lewis Switcher ordered this stuff from eBay. So he ordered End of Days from some seller on eBay, I believe, and the disc just straight up wouldn't work. So then they replaced it, and then the replacement disc didn't work at all. I mean, they don't look, you know, broken or whatever, but it's just like, I don't know if it's just like, it's obviously just an error with the disc. So we have 2 copies of End of Days that just 100% do not work at all, so I don't know what they're doing here, but there they are. He also took a drive up to Half Price Books the other day and picked up The Program with James Caan, which I have no desire to see because I do not care for sports movies at all. And I'm seeing a football scene on the front, so that's not for me. You know, all the time he's like saying, oh, you don't even have to like sports to like this. And I know that that's true for some things. Like, I'm a fan of the TV show The League, which is about fantasy football. Couldn't care less about football or fantasy football, but I love that show. But, you know, as far as like other sports movies and stuff, I have no desire. Like, I watched Southpaw with Jake Gyllenhaal, and I was like glad that I watched this because Jake's in it, because I never would have watched it otherwise, and it was pretty good. So yeah, I will never watch The Program. And then from Walmart, we found Cyst, which is like from the team behind Troll 2, and like a friend of a friend produced it, so I had to pick it up. So see the emboss on the slip there? Pretty gross, pretty gross. This is delightfully disgusting, so that is something that I'm definitely into, so I will watch it. Maybe I'll give it a quick review if I'm able to. Starring Greg Sestero, George Hardy, Eva Haberman. That's pretty interesting, so that is something that I'm very intrigued by, to say the least. Oh, another Arnie movie, Collateral Damage. I've never seen this, but Eber and Roper certainly loved it. That tells me all I need to know. It's in an eco case, and it's got a big slice through the barcode here, so what can you say? I've never seen it. Then we have, I think that these came from CD Warehouse, the old abandoned warehouse in Greensburg, Pennsylvania. So there's Dante's Peak with Pierce Brosnan and Linda Hamilton, which I've not seen. And then Son of the Mask, which unfortunately I've seen probably 100 times so far. My kid is obsessed with Jim Carrey's The Mask, and apparently this exists with Jamie Kennedy. So that's something that I've now seen. This is actually like rated one of the worst movies of all time. I've not yet watched. Jamie Kennedy has a multi-part video series on YouTube talking about his experiences with this movie, and I am going to watch it because, and there is a commentary track on here, I believe, but yeah, it says there's a commentary with Jamie Kennedy, director Larry Guterman, and writer Lance Kazai. I don't know how to say that. There's some really interesting special features on here. Chow Bella, Hollywood's Pampered Pooches, creating Son of Mask, digital diapers and dog bites with a Y. Like computer bites, get it? And then paw prints and baby steps on the set of Son of the Mask. So I feel like I could be really doing a deep dive into Son of the Mask. This is actually on IMDb's list of worst movies of all time. It's a comedic gem, to say the least. Arthur is the Bomb continues to send me Disney movie insider points, so I continue to cash them in, and I earned Disney's The Crimson Wing. And like I said, whenever I was talking about the Muppet movies that I got from Disney Movie Rewards, or whatever it's called now, there's honestly not that many Disney movies that I'm even interested in watching or owning, but I love the Muppets, and I got this one next because I got even more points because I cashed in my points from the Muppet movies, and got the Crimson Wing because I absolutely love flamingos. They're like, I don't know if they're my spirit animal, but it's like ever since I was a kid, I have been enamored by flamingos if I ever see them in like an aviary or something, because they're not typically found in the wild of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So, but I have plastic lawn flamingos in front of my house. That was a requirement. Yeah, I'm very interested in seeing this. I heard it's kind of sad, so whatever. But at least it's got some of those birds in it, so I was happy to own this. Then my friend Uzi Suicide sent Dracula, the complete Legacy collection on Blu-ray disc, because the kid is obsessed with Universal monsters, and most of them we own on DDV, but this one we did not, and so now she has it, and we're able to watch it on glorious high definition. There's 6 movies on here, so it's pretty cool, and there's a lot of bonus features, and even Abbott and Costello meet the monsters, so there's a lot to enjoy. But this is a really cool, all of these Legacy collection things are really cool, so very happy to have that. Thank you much. My boy Laren sent another package with a note and he sent the 4K Ultra HD of Escape from New York. If you had missed it, I reviewed this movie because it was a first time watch. He sent it to me and said I absolutely have to watch it. So I did, and I reviewed it, and I loved it. And this has all the special features on it, which is, I believe, why he sent it to me. So it has the audio commentaries and everything with John Carpenter and Kurt Russell. So I'm very excited to see, I love my commentaries, and it's going to be cool to hear Kurt Russell talk about it for sure. And also a steelbook of Ghostbusters with the logo facing the wrong way. And he said that he had this for a while and he was holding on to it, and he sent it our way because he remembered me saying that Louis Witcher had never seen Ghostbusters, but he has since watched it, and whenever he watched it, he was like, I feel like I've seen that before, which is exactly what I do with some movies. Like I did that with Terminator. I was like, I've never watched Terminator, and then I saw it and I was like, I've seen this before, it just didn't strike me. So but regardless of what Louis Witcher has to say, I'm a very big fan of Ghostbusters. It was a fave as a kid, and it will always be a fave. So that was really, really cool. And then finally Escape from LA, which I've also never seen, and it's on 4K. So that is going to be really fun to see Snake Plissken return in this movie. Yeah, I don't know why I missed those movies, but it's just one of those things. So thanks for that, Laren. While I'm showing off stuff from people, I got an envelope from my boy ufobigfoot. He has a podcast called Darknotes Podcast, so he sent me some stickers in the mail, so that was really, really cool. So thank you for that. He is on Instagram, and I have linked to his podcast in the past, but it's really cool. He has, on one of his episodes, he talks about a UFO experience he had, and it was pretty eerie. So I'll link to that so you can see it. So next up, here's something. Because of YouTube, like my kid goes on YouTube and watches kids playing with toys. So by doing that, she started like watching all of these superhero things, because like I'm not into like superhero movies. So now she's like talking about all these superheroes and stuff, and I'm like, okay, whatever. So we bought the Incredible Hulk movie on Steelbook. This came from FYE. I think that store, I don't know if they're going out of business yet, but they should. They will be eventually. So this is a pretty cool steelbook, but this is the 2003, I think, flick, and it did come with a digital code and everything. So, and it was pretty good, from what I've seen of it so far. I haven't watched the whole thing, but it was pretty enjoyable. And then on Amazon Prime Day, for some reason, I still have that, and I got the Incredible Hulk, the complete series, with Lou Ferrigno, because I used to enjoy watching this as a kid, and this was like, I think it was like less than $40 on Prime Day, so I was like, you know what, let me just snag somebody ripped into it like a mongrel, but there's all 5 seasons, which is pretty exciting, and there's it says there's introductions with Lou Ferrigno and Kenneth Johnson, and there's some other stuff, a gag reel, audio commentaries, and more. All 5 seasons, 80 episodes, plus 2 TV movies. Fantastic. So we now own the entire Incredible Hulk, which, that's neat. So let's end with some freeloading. These final movies are all things that Kino Lorber has sent to me for review. Some of these I have reviewed. So first up, Violent City, Mr. Charles Bronson looking real good, and Breakout with Charles Bronson. I reviewed both of those on a video, I think 2 videos ago. So that was pretty awesome. I love my Charles Bronson. And then the next 2 were Dirty ONeil and The Violent Breed. So these are distributed by Kino Lorber for Code Red. So sleazy, just like fun movies. This one I have watched, have not reviewed it yet, but Without Warning, Jack Palance, Martin Landau, and there's a bunch of special features on here. I listened to part of the commentary, really enjoyed it, but this is a really, really fun UFO flick. and the UFO incident with James Earl Jones, which I know nothing about, but, you know, maybe I will couple that with Without Warning and make a UFO double feature. Probably. And then finally, Touch of Evil, with Charlton Heston, Janet Leigh, and Orson Welles, which is a cast that I cannot say no to. I don't know about you. So, you know, look for a review for this in the future. I'm pretty excited about it. And then I got a couple that I'm not really sure. So I got the Phantom of the Opera, and they messed up and sent it to me twice. So I contacted them to see how I could return the duplicate copy. So this is Dario Argento's Phantom of the Opera. And then also, they doubled down on the Film Noir Volume 7 box set, which I still need to review Volume 6. And Volume 8's coming out. There are so many great Film Noir selections, and I am pretty excited about it. These movies on here look really awesome. So there's The Boss, Chicago Confidential, and The Fear Makers. So look at that artwork. It looks pretty damn intriguing to me. Like I said, I contacted Kino and Lorber to see how to return the duplicates to them because I want to be honest with them. They are a great company and I don't want to just jank their stuff. So that is it. There was a lot of stuff for me, more than I can watch in a quarter. But I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought. And I guess come back in 3 months and see what else we've bought since then. I finished reading I Am Legend. I watched The Last Man on Earth. I watched I Am Omega. I read I Am Legend. And now I borrowed from the library I Am Legend with Will Smith. And I am like not looking forward to watching it, but I should probably watch it soon. I don't like Will Smith, but I watched all the other ones, so might as well be a completionist at this point and watch it. I've also really been wanting to watch the TV show Waco, I think with Michael Shannon, and I've also been wanting to rewatch Dope Sick with Michael Keaton. Really enjoyed that show. I don't know, I've been thinking about it a lot. And there's a few other shows that I've been thinking about watching, but it's like, I haven't even been, you know, sitting down and watching a lot of stuff because the garden's looking pretty good. Been tending to my vegetables and fruits, but I'm kind of skeptical about getting into a show and then not watching movies that I wanted to review because I'm watching a show, because that's what I do. Like I took like an entire month out and binge watched BoJack Horseman, which was amazing. I loved that show, but it's like, first I watched Bridgerton because of the ladies at work. And then I watched Midnight Mass because somebody on Instagram told me to, and I loved it. Thought it was great. That's on Netflix. And I watched, you know, way back, I don't even remember when, you know, my coworkers and I were watching that Love is Blind show, which is totally, like, terrible, but I watched it. And, yeah, I watched a lot of stuff. I've been watching TV shows. So, just not the ones that everybody else watches. I haven't watched Stranger Things, so don't come talking to me about that. But if you want to talk about HBO's Oz, then yeah, we can chat. But I guess that's enough of that. So I'll probably go watch I Am Legend now and wish me luck. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.